Just when we thought space couldn't get any stranger, something truly monumental has appeared on our cosmic doorstep. An object estimated to be 100 times larger than anything we've previously tracked in its class has just entered our observational range. And it's not just floating aimlessly. It appears to be on a direct course, targeting a specific, well-known celestial body. Comet 3, Atlas. What you're seeing in these preliminary images is not a camera artifact or a lens flare. It's a massive, glowing object, bathed in an eerie, emerald green light, hurtling through the void. This is our closest and clearest look yet at this enigma, and every new piece of data only deepens the mystery. The object is so large, so bright, and moving with such purpose that it is forcing astronomers and physicists around the globe to reevaluate everything they thought they knew about our solar system as visitors. Let's break down what we're actually seeing. The first thing that captivates everyone is that stunning green halo. In astronomy, color is a language. It tells us about chemistry. A green glow in a comet is typically caused by the sublimation of diatomic carbon and cyanogen when they re-expose to solar radiation. As the comet gets closer to the sun, the ice on its surface turns directly into gas, releasing these molecules which then glow green. So, the initial hypothesis is simple. We're looking at a comet. A very, very large comet. But this is where things get complicated. The green is unusually uniform, almost too perfect. Typically, the comatophysi envelope around a comet's nucleus is irregular, shaped by solar winds and the uneven outgassing from the comet's surface. This object's halo, however, is a near-perfect sphere of vibrant green light. It looks less like a natural phenomenon and more like a contained energy field. Furthermore, the intensity of the light doesn't seem to fluctuate in the way we'd expect from a standard cometary outgassing process. It's a steady, powerful beacon in the darkness of space. So, if it is a comet, it's one unlike any we have ever documented. Its size alone puts it in a class of its own. We're talking about an object potentially hundreds of kilometers in diameter. To put that into perspective, the famous Halley's Comet is only about 15 kilometers across. This newcomer is an absolute titan, a true megacomet. An object of this scale would have a gravitational influence we need to carefully monitor, especially given its trajectory. And that brings us to its path. It's not just the what, but the where. That's so baffling. Its orbit is highly unusual. It doesn't conform to the typical elliptical paths of long-period comets. Originating from the Oort cloud, it seems to have performed a significant course correction. Our initial tracking data suggested one path, but recent observations show a definite non-gravitational change in its trajectory. It's as if it has adjusted its course and its destination. It's heading directly towards the vicinity of another fascinating object, 3I Atlas. Now, for those who don't remember, Comet 3 Atlas was a major point of interest a while back. It was an interstellar object, a visitor from another star system, which dramatically disintegrated as it approached our sun. We were only able to study it for a brief time before it broke apart into countless smaller fragments. So why would this new, gigantic object be targeting the debris field of a long-gone interstellar comet? This is where the speculation really takes off. One theory is that this new object and 3I are related. Perhaps they originated from the same distant star system. Maybe this larger object is a parent body. An atlas was a fragment that broke off long ago. It could be following the trail of its lost piece, drawn by some cosmic connection we don't yet understand. If this is true, studying this new object could give us unprecedented insights into the planetary systems beyond our own. But the data keeps pushing us towards more extraordinary possibilities. Let's talk about its velocity. It's moving fast, but it also appears to be decelerating slightly as it approaches the Atlas debris field. This is not typical behavior. Objects moving under the influence of gravity alone should be accelerating as they get closer to the massive center of our solar system, the Sun. A deceleration implies a force is acting against its momentum, a retro-thrust. In nature, we don't really have a mechanism for that on this scale. This is behavior we associate with spacecraft, not with comets or asteroids. So, this forces us to ask the big question. What if it's not a comet at all? What if that green glow isn't from sublimating carbon, but from something else entirely? An energy shield, an ionization trail from an advanced propulsion system. The idea of an engineered object, a craft of extraterrestrial origin, is one that science is rightly hesitant to embrace. The saying extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence is a cornerstone of scientific inquiry. But the more we look at this object, the more the natural explanation box seems to have trouble fitting all the facts. The size, the perfect spherical coma, the strange deceleration, and the targeted trajectory towards the remains of an interstellar vis-a-vis, a confluence of anomalies. Could it be a probe? Could it be a probe, a colossal, automated explorer sent from another civilization to investigate the fate of its predecessor? 3. Atlas. Perhaps Atlas itself was a probe, and its disintegration was an unexpected failure. This larger object could be a recovery or analysis mission. The green halo might be a protective field, designed to shield it from the interstellar medium, or even as a byproduct of its power source. Another, even more mind-bending possibility is that it's not an asteroid or a comet, but something in between, a piece of macro-engineering. A world ship, a generation vessel, designed to travel between the stars. The sheer size would make sense in that context. An object hundreds of kilometers wide could contain an entire ecosystem, a mobile habitat for a spacefaring species. The steady green glow could be related to life support or agriculture on a massive scale. Right now, every telescope capable of getting a look is being pointed at this object. The James Webb Space Telescope, with its incredible infrared capabilities, will be crucial. It can peer through the glowing coma and hopefully give us a glimpse of the nucleus, the solid body at the center. Is it an irregular chunk of ice and rock, as we would expect from a comet? Or will we see something with a defined, non-natural shape? A metallic glint, symmetrical structures. The spectroscopic analysis will be just as important. By breaking down the light from the green halo into its constituent parts, we can definitively identify the chemical elements responsible for it. If we find diatomic carbon, the comet theory gets a huge boost. But if we find elements or energy signatures that don't match any known natural phenomenon, then the conversation is going to change dramatically, and it will change overnight. This isn't science fiction. This is happening right now, in our own solar system. We are on the verge of a discovery that could redefine humanity's place in the universe. We are looking at an object that is either a 1 in a billion natural wonder, a megacomet of unprecedented scale, or the first undeniable evidence that we are not alone. The implications are staggering, no matter what the answer is. If it's a natural object, it will revolutionize our understanding of comet formation and the dynamics of the outer solar system. If it's artificial, it opens up a new chapter in human history. Every new pixel of data, every photon collected, is a piece of the most profound puzzle we have ever faced. We'll be following this story every step of the way, bringing you the latest data and expert analysis as it comes in. The universe has just sent us a message in the form of a giant, green, cosmic question mark. And the answer is getting closer by the minute. Make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on, because you will not want to miss what comes next. Thank you for watching.